Justin, I have to start out by saying, what happened to your Cowboys?
They ran into a guy that's extremely good and ended up losing, so it's all right.
Bright future.
Yeah, life goes on. We'll look forward to next year once again.
I've always wondered on campus, being almost like rock stars, what's it like getting all that attention?
It's a blessing and a curse at the same time. For me, walking around on campus, I usually have my headphones on. I don't interact much, and part of that is to try to honestly kind of protect myself. But then again, we also have a bunch of support from a bunch of people on campus, and so we're definitely blessed to have that type of support. But there's times when we definitely have to protect ourselves and the decisions that we make.
Something that athletes in the past really haven't had to deal with is social media. If somebody, say you have a bad game and somebody's chirping you, do you kind of recognize that? Do you kind of just tune that out?
In the past, I have. This year, I'm not on social media, and that's a big part of it. As much as you want to say, just don't pay attention to it. I mean, we're all human beings, and so seeing that type of stuff can definitely kind of get to you. So this year, I decided not to be on social media. And it's helped a bunch. It's helped me not get too high or too low. And honestly, I don't miss it that much at all.
You went through the NBA Combine process last year before deciding to return to Chapel Hill. What did you learn from that experience?
The amount of time that you have to truly put into this. It's a life. Once you get to that level, it's a job. So everything that you do and trying to make money is based on what you do on the court. And so with that comes the way you eat, the way you sleep, the type of activities that you are in and things like that. So seeing that and seeing the type of preparation and the type of time that you truly have to put into this game if you want to have it as a job, that was pretty big for me.
A lot of this team is returning from last year's Final Four team. What's that process like where you're starting all over again in the fall?
There's a ton of motivation at first, but then you can kind of, I think we there for a little bit at the beginning of this season, we kind of had, some lulls because we knew what it felt like to get back there. And honestly, I feel like we kind of felt like we'd just be able to walk right back to that Final Four. And there's some complacency there. There's some just kind of settling sometimes. But now that everybody's kind of got their mindset back, that's what we want. We had that taste getting all the way to the national championship last year. And that's what we want to make it back to, but have a better result this year.
Since the Kentucky game, you're averaging 21 points per game. What's led to you being more of a consistent scorer?
Just trying to be aggressive. With that, I've taken some questionable shots in games, and I think some of that has almost hurt our team. But for me, I just try to be as aggressive as I possibly can, and things have really worked out pretty well here lately. But for me, I have to just be as aggressive, but don't press too much. I think there's been times in certain games where I've been kind of trying to go get it more than letting it come to me. But for me, I know that, me and Joel know that we have to score the ball. We have to do certain things for the team. Kennedy knows that, Isaiah knows that. Everybody knows that on the team. And so for me, I just try to go out every single day and try to do that for the team.
When it comes to shot selection, is there a certain confidence that you have with the success that you guys had on the offensive boards? I know you guys score, I think, 43% of the time after misses.
Yeah, I mean, I know having that confidence that my bigs are down low, and if I shoot it and if I miss, more than likely are going to get offensive rebound. That just helps. That helps all of us shoot the ball with more confidence, because we know that even if we miss, our team will still end up, succeeding in that possession if they get the rebound. So them working on the boards is huge for us, and it's huge for each individual.
You, Joel, and Theo arrived here 3 years ago. How satisfying is it for you to see your impacts on the team?
It feels good. This is what we came here for. It was a longer learning experience than I think all three of us probably would have wanted coming into it, but I don't think any three of us would change it in our decision to come here or do any of that. But to now be here and to have more confidence and to know that the coaches are relying on us more, I think that's the biggest thing. To know that we have more responsibility, even though that might seem like something that somebody might not want. To know that from the coaches, that's a great feeling.
How does Theo's return affect the game plan going forward?
You know, I think it does nothing but helps us. I mean, he comes in and just is pure energy, and if he plays like that and contributes in all the different types of ways that he can, you know, I think that'll do nothing but help us and get us going.
On Monday night, Coach Williams won his 800th game. You got to be a part of that celebration. How much do you value playing for one of the best coaches in the country?
It's a blessing. You know, coming out of high school, this was obviously kind of my dream school, and you know, knowing that a coach like Coach Williams was here, that did nothing but help. And to see him get that 800th win and for us to be able to be a part of it, you know, all I can say is it's a blessing, and I'm extremely happy for him because the amount of time that he puts in and the love that he has for this game and for this team, you know, it's kind of indescribable. And so it was great to see that. I'm glad we were able to come out with that win and be able to finish it here. But it's great to see him be able to do that.